How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another Bitcoin update. And today it's a very important close. We've got the monthly candle closure. But now, before we get into the monthly time frame, let's dive into the daily. And if you've been following the last few days, the bounce had to come from the 200 EMA. And with that daily candle close underneath, we can see yesterday there was an attempted bounce and it failed, rolled over as there was a lower high running into previous support now as resistance. And literally every single day, what I've been warning of the past month, since all the way up at 106k up there that wick, it's all come true. So we swept the lows, but at that all important support, Bitcoin and the market needed to reverse for the remainder of the week into the moving averages, and it still would have rolled over, of course, with the chance that if it could double bottom on the 200 EMA, we can break out of here, and on the loss, we'd go down anyways. It didn't actually even bounce to attempt that recovery for an altcoin season. We just keep going lower and lower and lower. And so when we tested this 200 EMA now as resistance, as it's also maintaining the 1272, you go to the direct next Fibonacci targeted area. So blue line to blue line. And so you can see why this level is super important, because there's a massive gap between. And then, of course, the gap between those two as well. We don't want that to happen. Well, I personally don't mind. I'd love cheap Bitcoin, but for altcoiners, every dip is the death. And at all costs, just want to get out of that dip ASAP because of the hundreds of percents it needs to recover after going down so much. Bitcoin, this is a larger correction for Bitcoin, but it's always going to be the first one to get back to where it was, of course, back to its previous all-time high, and the first to make a new all-time high. So to get back on that path, we need to see literally by the end of today the reclaim of the 1272 and the 200 EMA. So I'm going to draw a level of resistance over here. Now this must be reclaimed by today's daily candle close as the stock market is shutting. So if we want to have any chances of a bounce next week, of recovery next week, this level must be reclaimed. The issue we have at the moment, as we've seen yesterday, is confirmed as resistance. Now let's head over to the monthly time frame. And it's going to further prove my point that this is a very important key level. And if we see the lower end, the 1618 actually lost, then we have that gap, of course, down into the 2 fib. And we can see the next moving average hovering over here as well. So that's why for the monthly close, which is actually today, we need to see Bitcoin closing the monthly above 84,000, 85,000. The thing is, guys, as this is now the monthly time frame, how big this move down is, for me, I don't see how it will just engulf it, like bullish engulf next month, and next month be at higher than 109k. I don't see that right now. To be honest, what I do see is a lower high forming, even if we do bounce. So we could chop around for some months while it even decides. We could go up 1 month, the next month come back down, while it decides whether it wants to lose this support and continue lower into deeper targets, the next targeted area. That's actually what should happen on the failure to reclaim all these key levels. So any pump will just be false to roll over lower. Every time we've seen a pump, that's what has happened. Over here, there was a falling wedge, and it spent 3 weeks in this area attempting to break out, just failed every single time. And out of a bullish pattern, it broke down. These are negative things. Macro support not holding, confirming it as resistance. This is all bearish. So my thoughts and worries up here at 106k all came true. And now to shift that, we need to see all moving averages, all of these recovered. So first, basically these two red boxes. Basically first step, 84, 85, that kind of needs to happen today for the monthly close. So it needs to continue rallying the remainder of today. Closing under is not good. And even a close above, that's a great first step, but we have further resistance up ahead that price could struggle at. That's it from me today. Any further updates, stay tuned on the channel, the Twitter, or the Discord community. I did a live stream last night, shared a lot of alpha in there. If you want to jump in on those live streams, use the links down below. Check out the options on the website. Cheers.